Hey guys, welcome back to the TBR Diaries. Today we're getting into part 14. Um, just to if you're new here, right, what this is my physical TBR has gotten completely and ridiculously out of control because I may or may not have a book buying problem. Um, but that's neither here nor there. And I'm sure you can't relate to that in any way, shape, or form. But in an attempt to kind of organize it all and see what all I have, I thought I would just kind of go through it with you all to and share what books I have that I'm looking forward to reading, or maybe there's a reason it's still sitting on my TBR and I'm not looking forward to reading it. Whatever the reason is, I want to discuss them and share them with you. So as a reminder, this is the current TBR, and it extends around to this bookcase that's now gotten full. And again, don't judge me on my shelves that I put in upside down. And then we have started on to the third bookshelf now. So, yeah, like I said, insane and out of control. So, there's three books that I would like to talk to you about today. Um, let's get into them. So the first one is Spill the Sweet Tea, and this is by Lyra Parrish, and it's part of the Valentine, Texas series. And this is book two, but they're all the books are standalones. They're just kind of all within the same world. Um, so this is book two. I haven't read any of the other books, so I don't know anything about this series. This was one that I got in my monthly reveal book box. And I do like that particular subscription box because they come signed by the author, so that's nice. Um, and you get little goodies with it and stuff, and they try to source as much as they can from indie authors, so you tend to get um books that you really might not have heard of or even knew were available and out there. So I like that, and I like supporting the indie authors. But this one, Spill the Sweet Tea, kind of sounds like a second chance romance. You've got your FMC who lives in a small town and is kind of quirky. And then there's, the guy that broke her heart and he left town and swore he'd never come back, but now he's back. And so them having to kind of figure that out. And yeah, so that sounds like a second chance romance to me if I ever heard one. Um, and it takes place in Texas, and that's the extent of it. So I think this takes place on a farm, or I don't even know. I don't even know if it's a cowboy romance or not. I just know it takes place in Texas. So yeah, so that one's sitting on my list, just kind of waiting to be read. The second book I want to talk about is Me Before You by Jojo, and I genuinely don't know how I'm supposed to properly say her last name. Moyes. I'm not quite sure. Um, I've only ever read one book from her, and it's the last letter or that you received. I can't remember. They made it into a Netflix movie, and I had seen the Netflix movie and was like, maybe I should read the book. So I read the book and didn't realize it was this author, but yeah, so this is Me Before You. I think this was made into a movie with the girl from Game of Thrones, Daenerys. Khaleesi, whatever her freaking real name is. I don't know. But I think she was in it. That's all I know about this. I don't really know anything else about this story. I can't remember if I got this book in a blind date with a book box, or if it was one that my best friend got me. I can't remember where this one came from, how it managed to appear on my TBR, but here it is. Um, I wasn't the biggest fan of her other book that I read, so we'll see if I like this one or not. That's all we can do is read it and see if we like it. So yeah, wish I knew more about it. And then the last one I want to talk about today is The Love Con, And this is by Serena Glass. Oh no, excuse me, Sarissa. Yeah, Sarissa Glass. I'm pretty sure that's how you say that. In case y'all hadn't figured out, I'm not very good with pronouncing people's names. Uh, but yeah, this one looks like it's kind of a friends to lovers via a fake boyfriend trope. Um, there's some cosplay in there, and that appeals to the nerd side in me. So I think this is going to be a cute little story. Um, I'm pretty sure I got this in a blind date with a book box. Because I don't remember purchasing it myself. So that's probably where it came from. But yeah, have you read this one? Do you know anything about it? It looks like we might have a plus size FMC, which I'm always down for. Um, and I like the idea of friends to lovers. I don't mind that trope. I'm not the biggest fan of a fake boyfriend trope. Because I'm just never a fan of lying. So and that's what a fake boyfriend is. So we'll see if I like it in this context, because I think the FMC wants to win some kind of cosplay contest, but it's the theme is iconic duos, and so it has to be like your partner. And so this is where the fake boyfriend comes in. She gets her best friend to pretend to be her boyfriend so they can win this prize or whatever. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But those are the three I wanted to talk about today. Let me know if you have read any of these, what you thought. Um, yeah, I look forward to the comments.